Pogo, episode 3. Let's get into the news that's kind of come out fairly recently. So, as of Friday the 19th of June, we're going to be having the solstice event. In the solstice event, we're going to see Lunatone and Sol Rock move from eastern to western hemispheres respectively. But we're also really importantly going to be getting double Stardust, which is going to be amazing. Now that won't stack with the Community Day on Saturday. That one, the Weedle Community Day, you will get triple Stardust. So. I so need Stardust. More Stardust, the better. I could not have enough Stardust. If I could find a bank where I could put Stardust in, that would be wonderful. We also have from the 1st of July, from the 26th of June till the 1st of July, between 8 a.m. and 10 p.m. your local times, the Bug Out event, which is going to be double Catch XP. So if you're grinding for level 40, time to get some lucky eggs on and go out and catch some. So really exciting ones. We're also going to be having the Pinsar raid day, where Pinsar is going to be getting hopefully a move that makes it useful and interesting. But the most important one, this is huge. So I'm going to read this one because it's so important. Pokemon Go Fest comes to you. Pokemon Go Fest 2020 will take place over 2 days. Each day will feature different experiences as well as different special research stories to enjoy. Trainers will be able to participate in both days of the event with 1 ticket. I was ready to buy 2 tickets. Niantic, you've just missed out on a second ticket. But this is absolutely amazing. Tickets for Pokemon Go Fest 2020 are now available in the app shop. Tickets, US dollars, $14.99, or applicable in your own currencies. Okay, I need to have a word with Niantic that the dollar and the pound, the UK pound, do not equally transfer. And on my UK account, £15 and $15, I'm paying a lot more than our American friends. I demand more for my ticket. So yeah, you go in the shop, you buy the ticket, and as of the day, you will be able to participate in both days. So there is a picture that accompanies this. So if we look, we've got Pikachu and Eevee, which are always in these kind of things. We've got Zangoose and Seviper in the background. Snorlax. Now, Snorlax hasn't been a shiny yet, and I think that we are going to get a shiny Snorlax. I really hope we are. Charizard, I'm not sure anything's going to happen with Charizard. I think Charizard is just one that they've pulled out. Executor, now I love Executor. I would love a great Executor. Not that it's useful for anything, but I really want. But if you look to the left and you look just in between Eevee and Pikachu, you can see a Gibble. Now, I have a Gibble, I have a Gabite, but I don't have a lot of candy. I think having the candy would be fantastic. And then, of course, up in the tree, we've got an Unknown, which Unknowns, normally at Pokemon Go Fest or at Safari Zones. Now, if you haven't done this before, I haven't done Go Fest before. I haven't been lucky enough to go. I was planning to go this year, but COVID kind of killed it. So I'd done the Safari Zone, the Liverpool Safari Zone. I did 2 days of that Safari Zone on 2 different accounts, and it's amazing. The spawns were phenomenal. The shiny rates were crazy. For £15 or $15 or €15 or whatever they're going to charge everybody else, it is a great ticket to have. You really, really should. I urge you to go get your GoFest ticket. And then, of course, the only other news is we have the Community Day on Saturday for Weedle. It's going to be 6 hours from 11 till 5 p.m. With Beedrill learning the special move of Drill Run. This is going to have some PvP connotations linked to it, so you will want to get one if you're into the PvP. In fact, yeah, what is happening with Go Battle League? Yeah, I hope it comes back soon. I'm really missing Go Battle League. I was kind of waiting for it to come up to do a little bit more content with it, but I haven't been able to. So yeah. So what I am going to do now is something a little bit different, and I'm going to try and do these a little bit where I'm going to talk about types. So I think just focusing in on what the weaknesses is, what the strengths are of each of the types, and yeah, I'll be back with you in just a second. So for my type one that I was choosing this month, I've been coming up a lot against a lot of Cresselias before they took down Go Battle League. And psychic types were something that I was struggling to work out how best to attack them. So for psychic, they are particularly strong against fighting and poison. So they are a super effective attack against fighting and poison. Now psychic, if you lose your mind, you can't fight. And if you've lost your mind, then you can't administer the poison. But they are weak, so take damage against bugs. If you're scared of bugs, your mind can't overpower that. If you're scared of the dark, your mind can't overcome that. And if you're scared of ghosts, then your mind can't come over that. So really strong against fighting and poison, because it disables the ability for them to fight and give you poison. And very weak against bugs. The mind can't overcome a fear of a bug. The mind can't overcome a fear of the dark. And the mind can't overcome a fear of ghosts. Okay, we nearly finished for this episode, but what I wanted to do is just focus on every episode that I can is give you a little tip that nobody told me. Now, you may already know this, but if you don't, it's a game changer. I don't know how many good IV Pokemon I threw away before I did this. So there is a thing called Pokegenie. And I'm going to show it you on the screen now. And Pokegenie will basically scan from your phone the Pokemon that you have. So if you open up the Pokemon and you show it statistics and you can see the bars, and then set the screen recording, it will give you an IV. Now you can set up within Pokegenie to change the name to whatever you want it to be. So I'm showing you, for instance, here. This was from the Numel Spotlight Hour last night. I found a level 1 Numel for PvP. Now I don't know how useful it is, but if I want to keep one for PvP, I want to keep the number 1. So you can go through and put all of these stats on there, so you will know exactly when you look at a Pokemon what its strength, what its attack is, and it's also its PvP. And then for ones that are above 94%, I tend to keep as well, and I put like this one. So I'm going to show you my shiny Mewtwo now that I have, that is fully powered up, that has got 2 charged TMs on it, because it had Focus Blast and I really wanted Psystrike and Shadow Ball. But like I can see straight away that's my strongest Mewtwo. It's powered up, I know what it is, and it's good to go. So using something like Pokegenie, it's a must. You have to scan every single Pokemon, because I found out it's not just enough having a 0 attack. Quite often there are some variances to that you just can miss a really good PvP Pokemon that you're going to want to keep for the future. I go through this at least 2-3 times a week, doing my Poke admin, going through, but I know that I don't throw away any Pokemon that might be useful to me in the future. Listen, thank you for joining me. It's fantastic to have you here, but it's time for us to let's go Pogo.